Hey y'all, hey, I am live. I guess I can take this down. I am live, I'm live. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so I got to get this live together over here for TikTok. TikTokity top. Let's see. Let's get this live together over here for TikTok. My hair is stuck on these beads. Let's see. Let's put some music on while I'm getting my life together. We're gonna listen to some John B, honey, because it's Valentine's Day. Let's see. Don't really wanna think about it. Baby, you can tell me. What's up, y'all? All right, I am on. I think I am on everywhere. I am on everywhere I need to be. You gave me someone to sing it, John B. To I think I got the lighting fixed. Hello, Sarah. How are you? We are getting ready to get started in a couple of minutes. Another day. Happy Valentine's Day. Everyone is jumping in. You drive on. Hello, happy Valentine's. Hey, Coach Tamasha. I'm doing well, Sarah. You have any plans today? Happy Love Day. Y'all are popping in here. I'm just trying to get this where it needs to go on this side of the world because I'm live in a couple of places. Y'all remember John B? Does that tell my age? Like back in the day, John B was popping. Hey, just me. Hey, Brenda. Y'all are popping in here. That's all. That is all right. We got comments. Hello. Happy Love Day to you, Coach Adam. Go ahead and share this out. Those of you who are playing the jam, girl, playing the jams, okay? Go ahead and share this out, Coach Adam, into the ambassadors group and invite invite our coaching tribe in here. We're gonna get started. Let's just go and finish this song out. Let's go ahead and do that. Those of you who are here on TikTok, go ahead and tap that screen. I'm learning how to do these live. So I have a challenge today of getting 20 of those cute little pink hearts. So if it's in your spirit to send them to me, go ahead and send them to me. That's my goal for today. Also, I've started a subscription since I'm going to be going live during these challenges. So 3 subscriptions today, I think for $2.99 for the month. If it's in your spirit, go ahead and join me. So those of you that are here on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, y'all know what the deal is. Y'all just send some love, introduce yourselves, let everyone know where you're from because this is a community. Whenever you come into someone's live, you become a part of their community. And I call my community the heart community. So excuse these dark glasses. I didn't know that these were the glasses that turned when I'm because I have the window right here. So whenever I go into the sunlight, they change dark. And I just refuse to go up to the third floor to get some new glasses. I guess I can see if I have. Let me see if I have some on my desk somewhere because this is kind of it. Let me see. And then my hair keeps tangling on these pearls because today is Valentine's Day and my boo is taking me out. So I had to be cute today. Uh let me put these on, y'all. And y'all see how they just clear? They just got clear. But I gotta be able to see. I can't see without the glass. Breaking news: Kansas City Chief Parade has active shooting. Oh my God! We just have to ask God to be present in Kansas City and protect everybody that needs to be protected. This whole space for Kansas City. Love Day. Why we out here acting a fool on Love Day? All right, let me turn Mary off. Because y'all know back then when Mary was singing, she wasn't the best. She wasn't her best self. She wasn't centered with self love like she is today. It took her some time to find herself, right? So we got Dallas, Texas tuning in. Where are y'all tuning in from over here on TikTok? Um, let's go ahead and share this out. Let's bring some people in because this is day 3 of the 5-day massive growth challenge. And I'm so super excited about what we're going to be talking about on today. Day 1 was heavy. Wasn't day 1 kind of heavy? It's still lingering in my spirit. Dallas, Texas, way of California. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And so day 1 is still lingering in my spirit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about facing our fears, and the fear that we're facing is ourselves. You know what I mean? So I had to really like dig deep to see if I had anything else lingering. You know what I mean? Like lingering in my spirit, just about fearing myself. And so I've been sitting with day 1 for a good minute. Hold on, y'all. I need some Kleenex or something. But, the housekeeper is here today, and she be coming and organizing stuff. She like this don't supposed to be on the desk, and she unthrew the stuff. She unthrew it away. Hold on, y'all. Let me get some Kleenex. Oh. Okay, y'all. I'm back. Baby, she be throwing stuff away. I can't find stuff. I'd be like, Ruth. Ruth has been my house manager is really what she is. She's been my house manager now for 8 years. So we're just kind of growing up with each other. I just love her to death, Lord. I don't know what I would do without her, but she keeps my life organized. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta understand what it is that you need, and then you have to create a way to get it. You know, so some people spend money on a lot of things, but I spend money on services that I need in order to have some type. Y'all know what I'm saying? So, but baby, she be moving stuff around. Okay, so day one, Coach Tamasha said day one was fire. It really, really was. I can really say that myself because it still resonated in my spirit as if I was listening to someone teach about day one. But then day two was also good because day two challenged us to find our own resources and tools within our own gifts. Y'all remember that on yesterday? So we were, hey, Shauna, so we were tapping in on day two into our own gifts. See, y'all thought I was going to be teaching y'all about going out and finding some other resources, but no, the resources are within yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And it was something that Kanye said when I was just kind of like scrolling before I got on social media. And Kanye said that the world almost took him out, but because he had his own skill set, his own tools, he tapped into music, he tapped into, fashion, and then he grew a what? He grew a tribe, he grew a community, and because of that, the world did not defeat him. And so that really resonated with me because the reason that we're defeated most of the times is because we don't have a community. We don't have people that we trust. We don't have a tribe. And then we haven't even tapped into our own gifts because we're so stuck in a programming that says, oh, life has to be this way. You got to do life this way. And then we follow that path and neglect everything else we're supposed to be doing. You are in radical flow, Master Coach. Thank you. I appreciate that. So and it could be because I'm faced with a challenge. Like whenever your back is up against the wall, you have to rise to the occasion. And my back has been placed up against the wall because I will say, out of 100% of life, there's 10% that we just cannot control. There's 10% of life we have no control over because the cause is, we can't control weather, Mother Nature. We can't control it. We can't control other people. We can't control the design of life. So life is going to happen with or without us. And sometimes our back is going to be pushed up against the wall with that 10%. Now, what makes the 10% so beautiful, y'all follow me before we get into this challenge, okay? What makes the 10% so beautiful is how I choose to react and respond to it, right? How you choose and react to the 10% gives you 100% or just 90%. So I'm operating in my fullest capacity because I refuse to, for one, keep my back up against the wall. I'm going to find my flow eventually so I can get back on path. But sometimes we just get stuck. We get stuck in the middle of chaos. We get stuck in the middle of things that have been orchestrated to play against us so we don't win. Don't you know that those things really exist? So stop thinking that you're absent from chaos and you're absent from suffering and you're absent from heartbreak and you're absent from going through some shit. No one is absent. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that is definitely my desire to hire people to do things that can be outsourced. I don't know who you are, but whoever you are that just wrote that, you my type of people. Because yesterday I told y'all about the 25th hour. It's a spiritual hour. There's 24 hours in a day, but you really can create the 25th hour. The 25th hour is when you truly come into community and you start to coexist with other people that can give you favor so you can get some shit done in your life. But we too caught up on self, right? We're too caught up on self. I was in this guy's live earlier today on TikTok. Um, he's from Lebanon. He lives in Lebanon. So, he's speaking in Arabic, and I just think the Arabic language is sexy. I just love the way it sounds. And they was doing some type of challenge, like this battle, and I just stayed in there because whatever the conversations that they were having, it looked joyous to me, right? And I contributed to his community. And he inboxed me and he was like, why did you do that? And I said, I don't know. You just seemed like you had really good energy. So I just stayed in the room and contributed to your community, because that's what we need. We need to learn how to contribute to communities that may not even look or sound like you. But for some reason, I felt like I was blessed just being there. And so he had other people in the community. They were just reaching out to me because, on TikTok, my name is Life Coaching School. And they was just like, thank you, Life Coaching School. Like they were sending me these hearts and all the things. And we just had this beautiful exchange, child. I don't even know what we was talking about. But when I left, I felt good. I felt joyous in my spirit. So you can create your own joy anytime, any place, anywhere, just by doing community, right? So let's get into this, right? So day 3, y'all, what we gonna talk about? What we gonna talk about day 3? I bet y'all can't even guess. First of all, today is Valentine's Day. Today is Love Day. I just feel like every day is Love Day, but because this day that, this man created day that we created for love is heavily weighted. The energy is like so impactful and so beautiful. And if you are disconnected from love, then you won't feel it. Like this shooting that just popped up on my phone and said there was a shooting. Whoever did this shooting, they're just disconnected from love. And my heart just goes out to whoever that person is, and I hold space with the families. If anybody was injured or, impacted by this, I hold space. Because there are some things we just can't prevent, right? We just can't prevent it. So today is Love Day. And because today is Love Day, I wanted to shift the challenge. And I wanted to, really include us all. I wanted all of us to be included in today's challenge. And so today is all about our story. In order for you to have massive growth in your life, you have to understand what your story is, the true story. Not those hidden things that you're so shameful of. And so you kind of swept that stuff underneath the rug. But all of your story is why you're such a beautiful being. All the struggles that we've gone through, everything that we've survived is the reason why we're beautiful beings. So I did some research today. First of all, at heart, I'm a sociologist, so I love researching. I love science. Like I love all of those things. And so I did some research today because what I wanted to know as we're sharing our stories together, like you're going to be sharing your story too, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. I need for y'all to, let's just pour into this heart community right now. Like I'm sealing the container. We're in this ecosystem, it's sealed. So we're safe in here. And if we're not safe in here, we have some bullies coming here. Coach Tamasha, I made you an admin on here. Let's just kick them out the room, right? Let's just kick them out. Because this is Love Day, where we're going to be connecting to who we are in love with ourselves. Is that good? If this is going to be good for y'all, tap the screen for me over here on TikTok. Y'all give me a 1 over here on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. If y'all feeling this today, let's tap into it, because one thing we don't like talking about ourselves. We don't like giving ourselves credit. We literally have wins and overlook the win. We're on to the next win. We don't ever sit and bask in the win that we just created. You know what I mean? It's just like when I was in school. It was like I graduated from high school. From high school, I went right to college. From college, I went to college again, and from that college, I went to college again. And I wasn't even enjoying it until one day I just felt like I was having a nervous breakdown. But just imagine if I was taught to bask in my own celebration, I probably would have enjoyed school much better. But I was ready. I was ready to get done with it. And a lot of us don't have that joy created because we don't know how to celebrate our own wins. So I want to celebrate our stories today. I want to celebrate your story. I want to know where you're from. I want to know, do you have any siblings? I want to know your story. I want to know what you do for a living. I want to know what brings you joy, what makes you happy. I want to know if you have kids, what are their names? You know what I mean? What do you love about being a parent? I want to know these things about you so that energy can impact what? Your subconscious mindset. Y'all, everything I do is for a reason. Because when you start to talk about yourself, it makes the universe feel sexy. Why? Because the universe is our creator. If y'all been listening to me for the last 3 days, I said that I'm a God girl. So whenever I'm, referring to soul, spirit, energy, universe, or whatever, I'm referring to God. That's who my faith is, and it's the reason why I can be a good person. So whatever your faith is, I want you to tap into that. So it could be like, oh my gosh, he's celebrating himself today. She's celebrating herself today. About time. Applause. Right? Because we don't do it, but we'll go ahead and celebrate everybody else. We'll get everybody else their props, like without thought. Girl, you look good today. Oh my gosh, you look so handsome. Oh my gosh, that was so great what you did. Congratulations on that award. Congratulations on that achievement. Like, oh, you the bomb.com. But you can't turn around and tell yourself that. Like, LaKendra, girl, you the bomb.com. I tell myself that all the time. Like, I spent too many years in darkness of not celebrating myself and not feeling good about myself and having a low self-esteem that I just refuse to even go back to that space. I refuse to. And I only coexist with people who toot my horn too. So I just got a big head. Look, literally and what is the other word? Metaphorically. So let's dive into this. So I got these stories, right? It's Black History Month, y'all. So let's start with some Black history, okay? Because I got some of these stories that I want to talk about. I want to talk about how some of these people came from absolutely nothing, and they had to have connected to this stuff that we've been talking about for the last 3 days. They must have connected to their internal fears. They must have connected to their own internal resources that allowed them to go from poor to success, right? To go from rags to riches, to go from, being these great public leaders, being these great people of today's time, because we love some of these people and some of them we don't like, but it doesn't matter. One thing you can't do is take away somebody's story. I don't care if you like them or not. They're doing something extraordinary in this lifetime, and we can learn from these people. So I want you to also be thinking of people other than yourself. First of all, I need for you to write some stuff about yourself. Then I need for you to talk about some other people. And let's just celebrate our stories on today, because today is Love Day, right? Where it's okay for us to share a little. So the first person I want to talk about is Ursula Burns. So y'all know who Ursula Burns is. She's a business executive. She went from a low-income neighborhood to CEO of a Fortune 500 company, which is Xerox, right? Black woman. and she just transformed into a global service company. But she was raised by a single mother. She lived in low income housing projects in Manhattan. She went to all girls school, and she earned her degree in mechanical engineering. And because she believed in herself, y'all, it doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is, do you feel you deserve what it is that you desire? And if you desire it, are you willing to do the work to match, so your insides can match the desire? Because remember, I told y'all on yesterday and day before yesterday, is that the universe, you're asking the universe for something, but the universe is giving you who you are. That's the reason why we attract exactly who we are. So what I'm helping y'all to do is to just tap into your essence, right? Your true spiritual essence. And this is how you do it. I'm giving you the game. You have to think about your amazing self. Hey, y'all who's jumping on here on TikTok. We just talking. This is more of me kind of teaching, so you can stay and kind of chill out. Show me some love, invite some people in. And then the people that you're inviting in, y'all might as well just go ahead and be friends, because I'm going to be on here for 2 more days of this challenge, and y'all might as well just follow each other, right? That's what I've been doing. I've been jumping into these rooms and following the followers of the people who live, because they're real people. It's so easy to run into these bots that's not real, right? So I want to connect with real people. So right now we're just talking about, our story and what makes us us. What makes you uniquely you? Your good experiences, your outstanding experiences, your poor experiences, your bad experiences. All of this is going to help you massively grow. Because what we have to do is we have to reprogram the subconscious mindset. The subconscious mindset is living your true story. Whether your present self is living it or not, it don't matter. Baby, that subconscious mindset is living the truest story. So we need to reprogram it. We need to feed it love. We need to feed it nurture. We need to feed it patience. We need to feed it all of the things so we can get ahead. And we don't keep getting stuck in all this programming. Like, I literally be watching people on lives and they're like, oh my gosh, like I can't get up. If I get up to go use the bathroom or take a break, I may lose my followers. Where I don't care about that. I love myself too much to have to sit here and be shaking my leg and really got to go to the bathroom or go get something to drink to hydrate myself. And we shouldn't even encourage that. So people who live in a sense of love won't even encourage foolishness from other people. It's like, no, girl, go take a break. Y'all tell me, sip some of your tea. I'm drinking turmeric and ginger. That's what I'm drinking today. No, sip some of that stuff, because we love the foolery. Misery love company. How dare she get up and leave us on a blank screen? Well, I'm giving y'all something to look at. I mean, that's what I thought I was doing, giving y'all something to look at. My little chandelier, Rihanna. I got Rihanna back here, so y'all got something to look at. So let's get back into some of these great people. So we talked about, who we just talked about, because y'all know I'm ADHD too. Ursula Burns. So if Ursula Burns can do it, I can do it too. Go ahead and put it in the chat. I can do it too. If Ursula Burns can take herself from rags to success, from poor to success, then we can do it too. That's the reason why I'm sharing these stories. Let's get into LeBron James. Y'all know I'm a basketball girl, but I'm a Mavericks fan, right? So, LeBron grew up in Ohio from a single parent home. He had his own challenges of poverty and instability, like a lot of us. But remember when Kanye said, I tapped into my own resources, my skill set, things that people said that I couldn't do. They told him, you can't be a fashion. You're a rapper. You're not a fashion icon. Yes, thank you. I can do it too. My high five, Maya, y'all. Y'all go ahead and by people on TikTok, you might as well go follow Maya, because Maya is real. She ain't a bot. That's why I'm saying we got to communicate with each other so we can know that we're humans, right? And we're not these bots following each other and all these things. Because at the end of the day, you can't control who's following you on these platforms. So I'd rather communicate with humans. So thank you, Maya, for participating. So we're talking about LeBron James, right? We're gonna give LeBron James his kudos, because not only does he play basketball, but he's transcended the basketball game. Because he old as hell playing basketball. when he come and play the Mavericks, I just be like, babe, how old is LeBron again? Because he's on a mission. I'm really thinking that LeBron is waiting for his son to, get drafted by the team or whatever, or him and his son be on the team where they can play with each other. I'm just thinking like this is going to be his end game. How amazing would that be? Right? And then on top of that, the school that he's built. So he's tapping into all of his skill set, because I will say that sometimes we don't even be believing who we are until we see success. But I'm trying to tell you, you don't got to wait for it, y'all. Because if you wait for it, you may not live to see the level of success that you desire if you're waiting for it. That's the truth. People don't be wanting to talk to us about the truth because we want everything to be pretty. We want everything to be fluffy, but you won't never get that over here with me. Because the truth is, what you're waiting on, the story, your story is like a book. It's like this book right here. All of our stories just start with a book. I'm gonna have to share screens because I'm in two different places. Okay, I'm on this computer over here. So everybody has a book just like this. This is what our life look like, right? It's a hard copy, right? We got this hard copy. This hard copy is not even who we are. This is what we present to the world. This is the story that everybody really gets. The facade, the shit that ain't real, the weave, the BBLs, the fancy cars, the house. Like, this is the hard copy. But when you open up that book, this is the real story. This is the meat and potatoes of our life. This is what we keep closed. And I understand why, because people are so freaking mean, judgmental. And we even lock it up like this. You see that? We lock it up. Like you can't even open a book until you granted access, right? Real talk, y'all. Real talk. So just imagine you waiting to really open up your book and share your story. And you're not promised tomorrow. None of us is promised tomorrow. Y'all feel me? So I'm giving y'all the game on how to get to massive growth right now. Right now, you need to start sharing your story. Right now, you need to start creating who it is that you desire to be and start living in the essence of that. Just like LeBron. He tapped into his greatness, and his greatness led to other greatnesses. Right? Hey, Lisa, thank y'all for jumping in. If y'all feeling me, send me some tap the screen over here on TikTok. If it's in your spirit, I'm collecting those little pink hearts down there in the gifts. I have a goal of getting 20 of those today. So if it's in your spirit, go ahead and send me some over there, since you over here with me anyway. And then those of you who are on Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, just interact. Hey, y'all. So we're talking about our story and we're sharing other great people's story. And what we're thinking about is how did they get there? Why are these people massively successful? Right? What did they do that I'm not doing? First of all, timing plays a big part of it, right? Timing plays a big part of it. So a lot of us have missed our window. Y'all following me? A lot of us have missed our window of opportunity, meaning that if you would have gone through that window when you were supposed to, everything would have happened seamlessly. It'd have been easy, effortlessly. You could have just been in there, like fine wine. But when you miss your window, the window closes. And then it's nailed down with a hammer and some nails. It's still there for you, but it's going to be harder for you to open it. Because the nails unrusted. It's been seasons of rain, snow, tornadoes, hurricanes, massive floods. Baby, that window is shut. But it can still open. It's just going to take you to work extra hard. So the reason why I do what I do for a living, and I help people lead with love, right? My whole motto is I help leaders lead with love. Well, why do you do that? And it sounds like it's so easy, but it's the hardest thing ever in life, especially because I'm working with adults, people who are set in their ways, people who have massive, massive limiting beliefs, people who feel like the world has just done them a great disservice. And they're playing like they're, got it all together, but they're so far away from having it together. And I help those people to tap into massive growth just by helping them to feel better, to take ownership of what's keeping them buried underneath the sand, in that grave box, so they can live freely, so they can own their truth, so they can have, be authentic. Like all of the great things that, it sounds like really woo-woo, but it's the separation from where you are now and where you want to be in life. That's the reason why you're struggling. That's the reason why we're struggling. I'm gonna add me in there too, because every day I have to wake up and I have to do this work. Every day I have to get up and I have to look at my reflection. But I want to now. I no longer hide from myself. I want to see who I am. When people say, "Oh my gosh, LaKendra, you're just such a great person," I want to be able to look in the mirror and see what they see. Like, what is it that they're seeing? Right? What is it that they're feeling? So I'm no longer detached from who I am as an emotional being. Most of us are detached from who we are as an emotional being. And some of us are too attached to our emotional being because we can't control it. Because we're living in so much chaos. So for a living, this is what I help people to do. Why? Because everyone deserves to have the level of success. And you define it. It ain't gonna look like LeBron James. It ain't gonna look like Ursula Burns. It ain't gonna look like Michelle Obama's or Robert Smith. Robert Smith, the inventor and the philanthropist, right? He grew up in Denver. Both of his parents were educators. Everybody don't have to be just like from the slums. You know what I mean? Everybody's story is just not that. I mean, he actually grew up with his parents. He went to school for engineering, and he founded Vista Equity Partners. It's a private equity firm, and it's about investing. And the reason why I know, because I'm an investor. I'm a big investor. And he made, the African American community proud because he hella rich. You know what I'm saying? So these are people that I love just to look into their lives just a little bit. I don't want to know a whole lot because I got my own story I'm writing. Just like today, it's all about what is your story? What's your story over here, TikTok? Everybody who over here that's watching, what's your story? LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. What is your story? Stop living in all these people's stories. I mean, y'all know these folks' birthdays, how many kids they got, when they was married, when they were divorced, who they dated, where they graduated. Shit, I can't even, I barely can remember my wedding anniversary. I can barely remember the most important things. So I can't be just drenched in somebody else's life. I have my own life that I need to be proud of. So we're just gonna visit. We're just gonna visit these people because they let us know that it's possible. That's all, right? Like Mae Jemison. She was an astronaut and a physician, right? She comes from Alabama. You know, she grew up. I mean, you know, sometimes when we're growing up, even in poverty, we've kind of already tapped into those resources that lights us up. You know, I can only imagine her as a little girl already fascinated by science and space. And then from there, she went off to college, knowing that she had a fascination with science and space. So of course, you know, she's going to go in and, you know, study medical and all of the things. And then, you know, in 1992, she orbits into space. Black woman. Things that we, you know, 100 years ago, we would have never been able to see unless they was putting our asses in there and taking us up there to slaughter us. That sounded so bad, but that's what they was doing to us, right? Back in the day. So you can't tell me that whatever forces have been created to destroy you through time of nurture and patience and healing, we can surpass all of that. That's why I love history. I don't love history because I want to live back in it, because history is today. Today, your life is history. It's going to be history to your kids, to your grandkids, to your family, your nieces and your nephews, into your community. Your life is history. So, what is your story you want written in a history book? Do you want the suffering story written about you? Or do you want the story of the hero? The person that you finally grew up because you were deserving of it. It's that story that I need for us to get acquainted with. Not the past that keeps us in so much darkness. It keeps us in unforgiveness. It keeps us in resentment and in hate. But I'm talking about the story that's going to make you rise into kindness and love and compassion and acceptance. That story. So all of these people that we're talking about today, it's only to encourage you that your story is just as great and powerful and meaningful. And if you don't start taking your book and opening it up and writing your story and sharing your story and living authentically, right? You're doing yourself a disservice. I'm no longer ashamed to say, girl, I'm from the inner city all day long. I was born in West Dallas, Texas. I was raised by a single parent mom and a grandmother. I'm a fatherless daughter. And I don't even hate my father for it. My mom never said anything mean about the guy. She never did. She just said where he is in his life right now, he doesn't understand the love within himself or the love of having a child. And psychologically, I was understanding that as a young child because my mom gave me so much love. So his absence really didn't matter. And then I finally connected with him when I was 31. I was like 31 or 32. I finally connected with him. And I'll never forget, I was having a conversation with him. And he said, "You don't have any children?" And I said, "No, no, sir, I don't." I was very respectful because my mom begged me. She was like, your father wants to talk to you. Can you please talk to your father?" I'm like, "Okay." And I said, "No, sir, I don't." And he said, "Why don't you have any children?" And I said, I just don't. It's not a desire that I want. And he said, "Are you married?" And I said, "Nope, I'm not." At the time, I wasn't married. I didn't get married till I was 35. And he was like, "Well, why aren't you married?" I said, "Well, I'm dating. I'm in a serious relationship." And then he fixed his mouth to say, y'all, "Well, is it because you're looking for me and the men that you're dating? Are you seeking me?" And I was like, "What? What did you just say to me?" And all I can hear my mom saying is, "LaKendra, be kind. Remember, he, even though he helped you get to this earth, he's still a human being. So be kind." Okay. Because she knew, because my mouth was so flipped, right? I had to go to therapy about this mouth. And so I said, "With all due respect, sir, my mother and grandmother did a hell of a job instilling in both my brother and I love, regardless of who is in your life and who's not, right? I'm created from love. I receive love. I am love. And this journey that I'm going on has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me and my personal growth. So if you and your guilt of not being present has anything to do with, I don't know, don't make it about me. You got to deal with it yourself." And so we were supposed to go to dinner the next day, and he stood me up. And my mom said, "Well, he suffers badly from, being a drug addict," which she did too growing up. And I went to NA with my mom and watched her get clean and all of the things. And she was just like, "And LaKendra, this is a reason why he can't be in your life." And so I just held space with that. And that was at 31 or 32 years old. And now, I'm down there 50. So, but all that is a part of who I am. It's all a part of my story. What is your story? What makes you so resilient and so strong and so kind, right? Because some of our stories, because we haven't connected to the beauty of it, we're so mean. Like, we're so freaking mean. We're so dismissive. Like, we just live with a frown on our faces. We live with so much judgment. Hey, Laura, y'all feeling me? Today is not all the excitement. Every day just can't be exciting. Monday and the first 2 days, honey, it was exciting. I was even excited teaching it, but today is just really about you. It's more and more and more. I'm getting deeper and deeper and deeper into you, because that's how you have massive growth. It's not because somebody gave you a handout. It's not because somebody let you get a seat to the table. It ain't because you went to college. It's not because you're on, TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, social media platform, and you're making 6 and 7 figures. It ain't none of that. Because in any day and any time, these social media outlets can just turn that light switch off, and then what? Who you gonna have to face now? You got to face yourself. So massive growth has everything to do with how you view yourself, how you present yourself, who you are in light and who you are in darkness. And that's what this 5-day massive growth challenge is all about. My alarm is going off, y'all. It's Ruth. She's going in and out the door. And that's the reason why. So I'm just giving y'all the game. I'm giving y'all the game so you can have resiliency In every storm, I'm giving you the game. When your boo walk out on you, say, I don't want to be with you anymore. And you've given all of your life, all of your energy, all of your time to that person. You feel like the world is coming to the end. Go back and visit day one. I'm gonna help you with that. Day one, and help you to be like, okay, bye. Like, thank you for the time that we spent with each other. I love you, but bye. Hey, nappy coach, right? When that job who you're constantly applying and reapplying for that leadership position, but yet they keep bringing the people to you to train and they're promoting them, but they keeping your ass in that same seat. Instead of you breaking down and feeling, like you're insignificant, you go and you look at day number 2 of the challenge. That day number 2 will let you see like, oh, okay, I just need to tap into my other skill sets because maybe this job is not for me. And I have the power to not be here and find somewhere where I'm deserving and that's going to love me and appreciate my services. And then you just walk away and you leave that space. But we be thinking that we got to go through the fire, and we don't. That's why you got to go back and you got to look at day 1 and day 2 so day 3 can make sense. Some of you are tapping into here and you're like, what the hell is she talking about? Is this a Black History Live? No, this is not a Black History Live. This is a live that's talking about how can you take massive control of your life and have massive growth and have abundance and have success and have contentment and have love and grace and patience for yourself. So you can live better, so you can be a better mother and a father and a community leader and an influencer. That's what I'm talking about. That's the love that I found in coaching and life coaching. It has changed my life. It has made me face myself and grow up. Sometimes I still act like a little girl. I have bean bags in my office. Sometimes I just go in my office and just fall out on the bean bags. We all have that little girl and that little boy inside of us. Hey, KJ. We all have it. We all have it. But the adult in us, the adulting, should supersede the little girl and the little boy inside of us. We got to stop having tantrums. We have to know that whatever it is that we desire, we have the ability and the power to go out and get it. We do. So today is about our story. What is your story? This is day 3's challenge. Tell me your story. Who are you? Where are you from? You know what I'm saying? And do you feel that you're deserving of everything that you desire in your life? Do you feel that? Because if you feel it, you can have it and you can shape your life. It's almost like pottery. Like, when you're making the pot from the clay and it be all lopsided. Child, I ain't tried to do it. My ADHD don't help me to stay focused long enough. So the little ashtray that I made, it's all wobbly, but honey, it holds ashes. I gifted it to somebody because I don't smoke, but I have a friend that smokes cigars and it holds his cigars. But as you're molding it, there is a life that comes into the what it is that you're trying to create, like the beauty of what it is that you're creating. It's the structure of it. Like, even though when I finished mine, everybody laughed. Like, everybody in the room laughed at my little ashtray. But I immediately looked at it and I told myself, girl, you did a good job, to the point where I gave it away. That's how, I was just like, don't nobody got to love it but me. Did y'all hear what I just said? That was the key right there. Don't nobody have to love me but me. Don't nobody have to love the walk that I'm walking but me. Because eventually, if you keep on the journey, you will find people that will love it. You will find people that will love you. You will find people that will love your story and they will want to do community with you. But you got to stay on the path. We be getting off the path because, oh, this road is too long to travel. Sometimes your road is long because you have missed the opportunity. Remember that window I was talking about? That is shut, so you got to take a longer route. So stop missing opportunities. But the reason why we are missing opportunities is because of everything that's happening internally in us. You know, the oh, I'm not good enough, the oh, I'm too dark to be doing. I'm too. People don't like dark skinned people. Like this, I'm a coach, so this is the stuff that I hear from people. People don't like dark skinned people, Master Coach. So they're not gonna. I'm not gonna have anybody on my live, and I have to go. I got to go find dark complected skinned people of all nationalities and be like, listen, they got 100 people on their live. Like I have to show people because we literally condition our minds to think what it is that we fear, which is ourselves, right? Today is about your story. After we get off of this live today, how you gonna go and share your story? It could be, I don't care how you do it. You could go and do a social media live like this, or you could just start writing it. You can start writing your story out. You can start journaling your story. You can sit down and talk to your kids about your story, even as adults, like limited beliefs. Yes, limited beliefs. Like as adults, we don't even share our authentic truth with our own kids. That's what survived me and my mother's relationship because she was a poor mother at first. She was on drugs. She was just in all type of shit, and she just wasn't living her best motherly life. And I'll never forget, she sat me down and told me her story. And at that time, I no longer looked at her as my mother. I looked at her as a human being. I saw my mama's struggles and I had empathy for her because she taught me as a child how to have empathy and compassion. And I no longer like how we be thinking about how people should be because of a title. Well, they should be this way because they're this to me. But if they have their own stories that they're neglecting, they're not going to be that way for you. That's the reason why we got to communicate and we got to let people know who we are so people can hold space with us. Okay, I understand, why you're easily angered. I understand now why you walk around with a frown on your face. I understand it now. I understand why you get distant. Okay? Cuz now I can hold space with you. I can have patience with you as we try to grow our relationship. So we got to learn how to own our stories and share our stories. I understand why you don't invite me over to your house. You have trust issues with people. I get it. Okay, I get it now. It ain't because you don't like me. It ain't because you're judging me. It's because you're having this internal conflict with yourself. Y'all feeling me? If y'all feeling me, drop me some click, 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 tap, tap, tap over here. Let me know that y'all are good over here. Y'all, that's what this is all about. This 5-day massive growth challenge, day number 3, is all about our story. And if y'all want to talk to me, just feed me in the comments. That's how we gonna dialogue. You're gonna feed me as if you're spoon feeding me like a child. Feed me in the comments and we'll dialogue with each other. That's how you do community. I have so many people like, oh, Master Coach, I just need community. I just need community. Hey, Maylee, how are you? I just need community. And I'm like, well, what are you doing to build it? Have you invited people into a space yet? Whether it's virtually or in person, have you invited people into a space? How can you build community when you're not inviting people or you're not even showing up? You won't even show up into spaces that's inviting you. Uh-oh. Yeah. So we are celebrating like all of this beautiful power and magic in some of the greatest people that are living now and who have ever lived because they tapped into their story. Like Kathy Hughes. Kathy Hughes is a media entrepreneur. She was a teen mom. You know, people say, oh, people who have kids, you know, when they're younger, they're going to be on welfare and they're not going to ever amount to anything. Well, that's a lie, because Kathy Hughes and so many other, you know, teen moms gone successful has proven that that's a lie. Now, do they miss their opportunity window? Yes. But what's the greatest thing about these type of people is it's almost like they become superheroes, right? Because she overcame poverty, she overcame racial barriers, right? Being in a media industry where we wasn't welcome. And she transformed this small little AM station into Radio One, known as Urban One. And I want to talk about this. Well, it's just like, why the hell is she talking about Kathy Hughes? Because I was honored by Radio One. Radio One used to do this competition called Hometown Hero, where they would go into the major cities and they would find a hidden gem in the city to honor. And they would put us up against each other. Well, I was one of the people that they chose some years ago. And I mean, I was up against some people in Dallas Fort Worth who was doing amazing things. And I was just honored that I was just selected. But to win was bananas. And I won, and they sent us off to I can't think of the awards because it's been what was the name of the awards? It's a big awards that they do out in California. It's I can see it on the top of my head, but I just cannot push it out. But anyway, they sent us. We got to hang out with some of the great stars and just had a great time. And this woman right here created that because of her story, her perseverance, her not being ashamed of her story, her having vision. NAACP, right? The NAACP Awards, which is called the what? It's something that's connected to the NAACP. You know that because you've been with me for so long. I just cannot wrap my freaking tongue around it. But we're going to come up with it in a minute because it's a big awards that happens where the stars go to, like they walk the red carpet. I got to have a red carpet gown designed by a designer here in a Dallas Fort Worth area, and I'm talking about Angela Bassett. Like they were like, what show are this is the stuff that the people were asking me because I was drop dead gorgeous when I went. Who is your designer? What show? Are you on one of these new shows that's out? And I'll never forget what's the guy's name from Power? The one that died, the one that we when he died, is it Armari Hardwick? Is that his name? I can't think of his name. But anyway, he was just like it was him and his wife at the time, and it was the after party, and we didn't have tickets. All of the recipients that won didn't have have tickets to go to the after party. It was just for the stars. And because of this dress that I had on, y'all, the dress was stunning. It's like she sewed it to my body, right? It was just customly made for me. And for those of you, let me just tell you the aesthetics. I'm 5'11", so I'm about with a 4-inch heel on. I'm about 6'3". At that time, I was 40 pounds smaller than I am now. And everybody was like, who is this beautiful giant like on the red carpet? And so we were like, we want to go to the after party, but we didn't have the tickets. Like you had to have these special tickets. And I'll never forget that he walked over to me and he said, you are too stunning not to be in this room. Get behind me and my crew. I'm going to motion to the guy that you and your crew can come in. And he said, and you can only bring another person. So it was me and my sorority sister, Letitia Thomas. I'll never forget. She was the person that I took in with me. And and we had the time of our lives with the stars. With the stars, right? I loved it. Like that's one of my stories, right? So yes, that's him. Okay, great. Yeah. So I'm just sharing my story with you because you have stories just like this that you've forgotten about. Because we forget about the good things that happen to us, but it's so easy for us to remember all of the bad stuff, right? So I want you to be working on orchestrating your story, speaking more to it, right? What is her name? Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols used to be really, really big on helping you to craft your story. And I never forget, I had took one of her classes, and she says that you start at the bottomless pit of who you are, and then you take people on this journey until you reach like the peak of your story to draw them in, right? And so that's what I'm going to tell you, the bottomless pit of who you are. Don't be ashamed of it. Welcome that part of your journey into who you are right now, because you can nurture it even better. You can nurture the wounded child. You can nurture the heartbroken adult. You can nurture the disappointments of who you are now, because you're much wiser. You're wiser, you're smarter, you're stronger. And take yourself up to the peak. Up to the peak. The peak should be where you envision yourself at. Regardless if you made it there or not. It doesn't matter. And whoever you are here, remember, as you're climbing up, you need to be working on your inside healing. So when you get here, nothing can break you. Just like what I shared about Kanye on yesterday. I don't care what people feel about him. It's something inside of him that's keeping him going, whether sane or insane. It don't matter. He know his truth. And we don't have to believe it, but he believes it. We literally be trying to take people out of their joy. And we have no rights to that. Do you know that you have no rights to that? You have no rights to take people away from their joy if that's what they believe. Because when you take people outside of that, then you're going to get the ugly part of them. Let people bask in their joy, in their story. Y'all feeling me? Let people bask in it. Let's look at some more. Let me see y'all. Y'all hold on TikTok, because my husband is texting. Oh, my husband is texting me. And let me see what he's saying. Let me tell him I'm on a live, so he won't think I'm ignoring him on Valentine's Day. Okay, I told him I was on a live, so he won't know. He won't think I'm ignoring him. He'd be like, "Oh, this wife of mine." Okay. So he's taking me. We love art. We are fans of art, and he's taking me. He's taking me with one of our really, really good friends. We're going to an art show where they paint the art live. That's going to be so much fun for us. Like, we just love stuff like that. So that's what we're doing today for Valentine's Day. So until then, I'm going to be on here for an hour and 30 minutes. So we're already an hour and 9 minutes. So, child, I'm going to be talking. Okay. Let's talk about, so my husband is from Philadelphia. So let's talk about Kenneth Frazier. He's a corporate executive and he's from the inner city of Philadelphia. You know, my husband is from there. You know, he's from the rough neighborhood. He was raised by his father after his mother died. So, you know, his mother died, and then he had to go and live with his father. And he went to Penn State. He went to Harvard. He majored in pharmaceutical. Um, he majored in a pharmaceutical company, and he became a CEO, and he became an African American to lead a Fortune 500 company. Kenneth Frazier. If Kenneth can do it, so can I. If Kenneth can do it, so can you, right? So y'all know I lead a global community. So even though it's Black History Month, I wanted to start with my Black history people. But let's start with some other people too who came from rags to riches, like Howard Schultz. Y'all know who Howard Schultz is? He's the chairman of Starbucks. Okay. And he grew up in poor housing complexes too in Brooklyn. And he witnessed his father struggle, low paying jobs, didn't have no insurance, all the things. But Howard Schultz owns a mega business. He's the chairman of a mega brand. Don't we? Most people drink Starbucks. You bought something out of there, or you was at some type of store and you bought a Starbucks cup or coffee or something. Multi-billion-dollar enterprise. If Howard Schultz can do it, so can we. So say, so can I. So can I. Y'all just put that in the chat. So can I. Let's talk about Du Wang Chang and Jen Suk Chang, right? They're the founders of Forever 21. I used to shop at Forever 21. Way before the controversy. Y'all know what happened with the controversy, Forever 21. And it kind of just did something to my subconscious mindset. But I used to shop there. And they used to be a janitor, like the husband was a janitor, a gas station attendant, worked in a coffee shop, all the things, and then became a global brand of Forever 21. So a Du Wang Chang and Jen Suk Chang can do it, so can I, so can you. But it's all about owning their story. They're not afraid of their story. They wasn't afraid of their reflection. Let's talk about J.K. Rowling. I am a Harry Potter fan. I'm sorry. My husband hates it. When we went to New York, we had to go to the whole Harry Potter store. That was one of our main destinations. I was like, babe, damn near 50-year-old woman, we got to go to Harry Potter. Because Harry Potter is so imaginative. You got to remember, well, those of you who don't know, I was gifted and talented growing up in leadership and creative writing. So the whole Harry Potter series is so freaking amazingly written. And I just became a Harry Potter fan. So J.K. Rowling, single parent mom, was living on welfare. We be thinking that Black folks are the only folks who can be on welfare. No. Living on welfare, struggling to meet ends meet like everybody else. Sat down, like Kanye said, tapped into another skill set that she had. And the window was still open. Y'all follow me. This is going to be good. Y'all just piece this one together. The window was still open. Some of you are sitting on your gifts right now and you're supposed to be acting and doing. I don't care. Maybe it's, I don't know, becoming an influence on social media. Maybe that window is open for you. So all you got to do is just go through the window. It's going to take off. Maybe you're supposed to be, I don't know, you do your makeup really well. Maybe you need to be doing other people's makeup. Maybe you need to be making it a side hustle. Maybe you an artist and you're not taking your artistry seriously. But it's time. The window is open for you, and it's time to take the artistry seriously, because it will supersede what you think you should be doing. It will catapult you into a whole nother dimension of yourself. That's what happened to J.K. Rowling. I'm thinking she was at her wit's end. She's sitting there with her child, her infant daughter, and she said, I just feel like I need to write this story. Didn't even know where it was gonna go. And wrote the first, novel of Harry Potter and became a global phenomenon. I'm talking about a billionaire. She's the first billionaire author. Y'all following me? She's the first billionaire author who was on welfare. So if it can happen for J.K. Rowling, it can happen for you. So y'all say it'll happen for me. It can happen for me. Let's talk about Ralph Lauren. Oh, LaKendra, why are we talking about these people? Because all humans are beautiful. We're all created in the beauty of the most divine power. And I don't have to like these people. I don't have to support these people, but you cannot deny their story. That's why I'm trying to tell you. You can't deny your story. Your story is why you're so freaking amazing. I don't care what it is that you're going through. People cannot take that away from you. So Ralph Lauren, regardless of how we feel about Ralph, he grew up poor. He's Jewish. He grew up in the Bronx. They said he had to share his bedrooms with his two brothers. All of the things they went without. And then he created Ralph Lauren. He established his own business. He tapped into his other gifts. He's one of the wealthiest men in the world. Cause everybody, I got some Ralph Lauren. It's high as hell. I'll never forget me and my husband. So my husband he knew about Polo, right? He knew about Polo, which is, it's all the same, but you got your low tier, you got your high tier. So we go into Ralph Lauren. He was like, babe, oh, let's go into Ralph Lauren. I said, okay. My uncle, okay, bye, Ruth. See you later. No, we need more hangers. It's no more hangers right here. Is it hangers right here in this box? No, right here in the box. Ruth, you put them right there.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough.
Oh, you talking about those new outfits? I think I'm gonna put those in a drawer because it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the drawer is broken, and I need to order another from IKEA because it came broken. But I think I want to put those in a drawer because it's just like shirts and like little kulak shorts.
Yeah.
They don't have to necessarily be on a hanger.
Okay. Yeah, but still some clothes.
Up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still like dirty clothes. So
oh, right, because we're now getting to those other clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I do it next time,
yeah. You want to do it now. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, y'all, that's Ruth. She's leaving. Okay, so Ralph Lauren. Let's get back to Ralph. I think that's who we were talking about, Mr. Ralph Lauren. Despite of like his adversity, like regardless of how we feel about people, when you tap into their story, you can find yourself in their story, right? Not because you're laughing. Okay. You can find yourself in their story because you can find their passion, you can find their perseverance, you can find their vision, and you can see their legacy. Now, the other part of success is defining who you are in character and who you are in your values and your principles. I didn't say that all these people that I'm talking about are great human beings, but damn it, their story is fulfilling. And it shows you that you can have the same beautiful success story too, right? Just like, let's get back into Black history because it's Black History Month. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman. We know about these people. George Washington Carver, Mae Jemison, Neil Tyson. All these people who fought through adversity and still came out on top. Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, Toni Morrison, Oprah, Beyonce, Michael Jordan, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, Colin Powell. All these people, we may not like them as a person only because you're reflecting them. That's the only reason why you don't like them. But because it makes no sense not to like people who you don't know personally. I just never got into that. I don't know where we get that from, how we form such a strong dislike from people who we've never sat down and broke bread with them to even understand who their heart is versus who they are as a character, who they are as a persona. But if people would also know that who they are as a persona and as a character can just be who they are, in their real lives versus television because they play characters. But other than that, people who are not actors, you know what I'm saying? If we just lived an authentic self, then people could form a true evaluation of us. Hearing a person's story gives you a perspective on why they are like they are. Yeah, that too. That too, Nappy. You're absolutely right. So we're talking about all these beautiful stories because I need for you to tap into your story. That's what I want you to do for homework. I want you to tap into your story. I want you to be proud of who you are. I want you to be proud of the growth you've made. Because when you tap into your story, then you would no longer say, oh, nothing good ever happens for me. I just showed y'all a whole story about me winning a hometown hero through Radio 1 and going to meet all the stars and walking on a red carpet and people thinking I'm on television and all the things. Like, I remember when I won that award, I was also having an event here in Dallas. It's called Our Angel's Heart Story, where I would honor people who suffer from heart disease because my mom passed away from heart disease. And they wanted me to fly off on that night. And I was like, I can't fly off on that night. I have to be here to honor the people who make me in my city. And they could not understand that. They was like, well, Lakendra, we've already booked your flight. And I said, well, if I have to, I make a little coins, I got a little change. If I have to book my flight myself, I will get there. And they said, well, you're going to miss your award ceremony. And I said, well, I have community there in California who can go and accept my award on my behalf. So I'm telling y'all this because sometimes we will allow people to literally pick us up like a crane and place us into where they want us to be. And you have to stand ground of who you are in your integrity and in your values. And I'll never forget, the owner ended up calling me and she was like, thank you for standing ground for what you believe in. Because I paid for my own plane ticket. I said, I'll get out there and I'll fly back on the return flight that y'all got. So I just did a one-way ticket. My sorority sister that was there went and enjoyed all the festivities. She accepted my award. And then we went to Essence. That's it. Is it the Essence Festival? I think it's the Essence. I think that's what it is. I think it's the Essence Festival is where we went. So I'm just trying to remember, y'all. I'm trying to remember. So just don't lose yourself. No, it's not. Okay, she said no, it's not. I'm just to look it up right now. What? I'm going to ask Google. Hey, Google, what Black Awards program? Okay, no, I was talking too slow. Hey, Google, what Black Awards program happens in February? Awards. Let's see. The Griot Awards. No, those were the NAACP. The Image. It was the NAA. It was, but it happened at the Image Awards. That's it, Nappy. So we went. I won the NAACP Hometowns Hero Award, but we went to the Image Awards to be celebrated. Look at that. You see? Community, technology, it all plays together. I love it. The Image Awards. So, yeah. And I just met all those extraordinary people. So I think I've covered everyone I want to talk about. Did we talk about Oprah, Howard? We talk about all of them. I told y'all I had did some research. Colin Powell, we talked about. There's all these great people. We did. We did. We did. So I'm gonna exit out of here. Y'all real quiet today. Is it because y'all gonna be booed up? Are y'all gonna be booed up today? Or are you sad because you're not gonna be booed up? Take yourself out on a date. Take yourself to a movie. Take yourself out to eat. You're so humble. We all have a humbleness about ourselves. You know what I mean? I just want everybody to be happy because the more happy people there are, the safer I am to go outside. There was a whole shooting today, and we don't know if people were injured or anything. I wish my baby was well so I could be booed up. Oh, I know. Go Nate Lex go lie next to him in the bed, in the hospital bed or wherever he is. Go take your shoes off and go just get in the bed with him and watch TV. But if you're not going to be booed up today, you can still boo up. You can boo up with yourself. Y'all know that? Y'all know that you can boo up with yourself? Y'all can. I love this. This is therapeutic. Who is that just said this is therapeutic? I can't see who you are. I'm sorry. But it is. It's therapeutic for me too. It's therapeutic for me to be like talking to y'all. Listen, TikTok. I got one of my 20 little pink flowers. I just need 20 of them. I don't know what that means, but TikTok is saying you need 20 of these flowers, these little hearts, the pink. Somebody sent me one and thank you. But if I need 19 more, look like. Oh, Coach Bianca. Hey, Coach Bianca. Welcome to day 3 of the 5-day massive growth challenge. Yeah, so this is day 3. Tomorrow is day 4. We're going to have even more fun on tomorrow. And I will give you a little, I want to give y'all a little teaser, but y'all don't be acting right. Y'all don't be acting right. If y'all know what I'm going to talk to y'all about, you'll opt out. Like, I don't want to go talk about that. Because nobody really likes doing the work. Y'all know what I'm saying? Day 1 was heavy. We talked about that fear, that inner fear of facing ourselves. Day 2, I asked y'all to tap into your truest essence of where your values lie, right? You are more than just what it is that you're doing. You could be doing more. What more can you be doing? I just started making these pens. Nappy Coach, I have your pen. It is so cute. I actually had to write with it on yesterday because it was the only pen that I had in my purse. But I just started making these pens. I didn't even know that I was going to find therapy in doing these pens, but it's 2 sides to these pens, right? So I'm making them, one, because it keeps my brain from being so interactive because I've been diagnosed with ADD and ADHD since, I was 6 years old. So I've lived with it all my life. So I found something that quiets my brain. Like, because of their skin color, like people like Lakendra, why do you help them other countries? Because what if God said, oh, I'm gonna let me skip over this egg because I have some type of prejudice against this egg. then you would have been overlooked. Your egg would not even have been in existence if God or whoever your creator is said, I have biasness, I have judgment. Let me separate these eggs up. You wouldn't have survived. You wouldn't have even been born. So why do we do it? I can't help it that the world divided us. We wasn't supposed to be divided the way we're divided, but we are. And that's the reason why I'm able to do life all around the world with beautiful people, right? Like beautiful people, like creating the dream. I like that. Creating the dream. And I like how you put that D on there. I like that. Who else is on here? Hey y'all. Thanks for popping in. We're wrapping up. So today was day 3 of the 5-day challenge. And today we talked about our story. What is your story? That not the story that you want to tell, but your brutal, authentic truth, right? And not the surface part of your story, but the story that you open up. This story. This is who you should be. This is who you should want to be. You should want to embrace, your childhood trauma, your adulthood trauma, because you're so much stronger and resilient now. Y'all know what I'm saying? Invite. Oh, hey, Pretty Washington. That's a pretty picture too. She is Pretty Washington. I like that. So y'all, I'm wrapping. I'm winding down. Oh, thank you, Pretty Washington, for sending me my little puff heart. Because that's all I need is these little puff hearts on TikTok. Thank you. I'm learning like the strategies on here. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm on here teaching, so I'm not really focused on, who's sending me likes and who's sending me gifts. I'm really here giving y'all the game of how you can really, wherever your life is right now, if you've been attending every day of this massive growth challenge, and if you apply these 5 days to your life, when you go into quarter 2, right? Because we're getting ready to be, when March is over, we'll be done with quarter 1 of 2024. When we move into quarter 2, if you take these 5 these growth challenges that I've given you, you will see massive change in your life in second quarter. You will see it. Okay. You're welcome, sis. Yeah, you will see it. So go back and watch these replays, right? If you jumped in late today, go catch the replay from earlier today. I'm getting ready to, my boo of 17 years. Me and my boo been together for 17 years. We got married in 2010. So however long that is, we've been married since 2010, but we've been together for it'll be 18 years, I think, this year. He keep up with all that stuff, but we going to an art show and I'm just excited to go spend some time with, I don't call him Boo. He's really Mac Dreamy. That's his nickname. So I'm going to go spend some time with Mac Dreamy. And I'm already dressed. I just got to go and, powder up the nose a little bit. But, I got the outfit on and I'm ready. And he going to ask me, babe, are you going to wear a dress today so you can show your sexy legs? Because I got long legs. And no, I'm not. I have on some sexy pants, okay? But they kind of see through. They're sheer, right? Let me show y'all this little outfit I got on. They're sheer, so he can still kind of see the legs, right? He can see the legs. I got the little corset, on. I got, baby, I'm gonna be cute. And this is a bodysuit. Like, this is a whole bodysuit. So I didn't button it. I'll fix it. But this is a bodysuit. But after I, button up the jacket, yes, I'm gonna be real cute for Mac Dreamy. Enjoy, sis. I like his like. Thank you. I appreciate it. So y'all, I have made it through my 90 minutes. Those of you who are like, oh, I can't go live, you can. We've been on for 90 minutes. Y'all have hung in here with me on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. You've hung in here with me. And if I can do it, you can do it. Hey, Sarah, thanks for dropping in. If I can do it, you can do it. Create you a challenge. That's one way that you can really do lives. Create a challenge and bring people into your community with you. So thank you for joining my heart community, where it's all about massive personal growth and tapping into love and compassion and kindness for ourselves so we can be loving and compassionate and kind for others, right? And so at Nappy Culture, hey love. Okay. Oh, I love how y'all are communicating with each other over there. Yes, I love that. So I'll be back on tomorrow for day 4 of what we're going to be talking about, of things that's going to help us to personally just massively grow into who it is that we desire to be. It all is dependent on who you are emotionally, spiritually, and how you just truly feel about yourself as a human being, as a woman, as a man. Where your gaps are is in here. It's nowhere else. It's no one taking anything away from you. It's none of that. It's right in here. And so these 5 days, I've been giving y'all the game of how you can get there even faster. So I'm sending y'all all this love and this light on Valentine's Day, and go out and enjoy yourself and be kind to yourself. Even if you don't got a boo, you can do it for yourself. And so sending you love and light, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 3:00 Central Standard Time. Go catch the replay if you missed today. Bye. Bye over here.